Hi everyone, I am Dr. M. Suresh Anand. In this session or in this class, we are going to see about constructors and methods in Java. So before getting into the constructor, we have to discuss about or see about classes, objects, and methods. In the last class itself, we had discussed about how to define a class, how to create an object, and how to define a methods inside the class, and also how to call the member variable or instance variable and the methods from the class. That is what again over here. Class rectangle having instance variable length and breadth, get data and the rect area are the two methods inside the class rectangle. Here another class rect area. Inside this class I'm defining public static void main and creating the object 1, that is rect1 of the rectangle class by using new keyword and the constructor. Accessing the member variable for the rect1 object by using dot operator, and I'm calling the member data again with the member object, that is rect1 dot member variable, rect1 dot member variable or instance variable. So with that I'm calculating the area 1 and I'm displaying. So here class is created, method was defined inside the class, object was created by using new keyword, and member variable can be accessed with the dot operator, and that is about the classes, objects, and methods. How to define a how to create a class object, class name space object name new keyword rectangle as we discussed in the last class. Similarly, how to access a member variable, object reference dot the member variable or instance variable name, that is what object name is rect1 dot length is the member variable and value. Similarly, how to access the member function, object dot the function name. So the rect2 and rect1 are the objects belonging to the rectangle class, and with the dot operator I will be calling the length and the method. Just refreshing how about the classes, object, and method, and how to access the member variable and the method. Next, method overloading. So here method overloading is nothing but giving an additional task to the method. For example, here I am having a method called display. See here I'm having a method called display having one single parameter. Second method is having same name, having two parameter different definition, and the third method having same name, same return type, but parameters are three different parameters, and also definition also differs. So here same function can be defined differently depending upon the parameter and the definition. That is what called as method overloading. It's a feature that allows a class to have more than one method having same name. That is, a method can be redefined with the same name with a different definition if the argument list are different. That is, here one argument, two argument, and three argument. Function name is same, definition is differs, and also parameters also differ. This is what called as method overloading. So why we are discussing method overloading here is while discussing constructor we are going to overload constructor also. So the constructor overloading is going to be same as the method overloading. We are going to create a constructor in the same name, and we are going to provide the different parameters, and definition differs. So to rewrite the program in a constructor style, we are discussing about the method overloading. Method overloading is nothing but same method can be overloaded differently, or same function can be performed differently depending upon some scenario. So here same function name is display same for all the three cases, parameter differs, definition also differs. So this is going to be called as method overloading. And another example of method overloading with a class, public class, in my class name is student, instance variables, display method with single parameter integer, another display method with the two parameter, one is integer, another one is string, and display method with the three parameter, two integer and one string. So here I'm creating three objects with the constructor and the new keyword s1, s2, s3, three students. For each student I will be calling the respective functions with the function with the parameters. S1 dot display will call the two parameter, S2 dot display will call the two parameter, and S3 dot display will call the three parameter functions. So the same function happens defined different parameters, but the function name is same. Parameter also differs, definition also differs. So here method overloading is implemented with the class, and it has been called by the objects. Now we'll see about constructor. So what is constructor? By the name itself, it is going to be constructing something or creating something. So here in Java, constructor is a special type of method or function used to initialize the object. So can you refresh what is the syntax for creating an object? Class name, object name is equal to new keyword and followed by the constructor. New keyword is used to instantiate the object or allocating memory to the object, whereas the constructor is used to initialize the values to the object. For example, if you are having 3 or more member variables, those member variables will be initialized for the object S1, for example. That is what called as constructor. See here, the constructor is a special method that is used to initialize the object. New keyword is used for instantiation, allocating memory. Constructor is used for initialization of object. Okay. When an object is created, it is automatically invoked. So when creating the object, the constructor will be called automatically. That is what the point. And it constructs the values that provides data for the object. For each object, data will be initialized or member data will be initialized. So class is nothing but collection of member data and member function. Data will be initialized for the object as soon as the object was created by using the constructor. So constructor is nothing but it is going to initialize the values for the object, or simply constructor is used to initialize the object. Okay. Now we'll see the rules for creating constructor. First one, the constructor must be the same name as its class name. Constructor is a function, right? So the function name should be same name as the class name. That is the first rule. It has the same name as the function should have the same name as the class name. It's the rule 1. Second rule is the constructor must have no explicit return type. That means for defining every function, we have to say that what is the return type of the function. So here for constructor, there is no return type. Return types are what? Void, int, double float, anything, right? So for constructor, no return type. It is a function having same name as the class name. So have this two thumb rule in Java. Constructor is a method having same name as the class name, rule 1. Second one is no return type, which means there should not be any for example, if the constructor name is display, there should not be void display. It is simply display. That is what the constructor. And we are having two types of constructor. One is default constructor and second type is parameters constructor. Default constructor is a constructor which is having no argument. It should be empty. That's what called as default constructor. And what is parameters constructor? Parameter constructor, inside the constructor parenthesis or inside the function parenthesis, we will be having number of arguments or number of parameters. That's what called as parameters constructor. Come, let's see the example. Here I have the simple program. Class name is student, stu, and the function having same name as the class name has no parameter and no return type. So this is going to be called a constructor of default constructor. So if the constructor if you are saying the function name is same name as the class name, that is constructor. If the constructor is not having the parameter name, that's going to be called as default constructor. See the second function, stu, inside the bracket one parameter is there. If the function is having same name as the class name, that is constructor. No return type, that's constructor, and it is having one parameter. This is going to be falls under this parameteristic constructor. So with that we have an idea. Constructor is a function having same name as the class name, no return type. It may have parameter or it may not have the parameter. If it is having parameter, that's going to be called as default constructor. If it is not having, it is having one or more parameter, that's going to be called as parameters constructor. So inside this two class, I'm having a two method, this one empty parameter, and stu method with a single parameter having some definition. So two functions are there, or two constructor are there, one default constructor, one parameters constructor. So in a public static void main, I'm creating two objects, S1 and S2. So for S1, what is the syntax for creating object? Class name space object name. Class name is 2. Class name is 2. Object name is S1 is equal to new keyword for allocating memory or instantiation and the constructor. So with that constructor, for this object S1, if it is having any variable over here, that will be initialized. That will be initialized for the object S1. This is going to be called the default constructor by default because the constructor is not having any parameter inside. And second object S2 has been created by using new keyword and with the constructor having single parameter. So hence this is the object has been initialized by using parameterized constructor. So while calling this function, while executing this program, for S1 object, this constructor will be called automatically. So this will be displayed. Default constructor will be displayed. Thereafter, for the second object, the parameterized constructor will be invoked and parameterized constructor text will be displayed. So now we have an idea about what is constructor, what is default constructor,